Hi everyone, here's what's bothering me today. So let's talk about last night. You know, I'm gonna say what already must feel like a really tiring thing because it seems like everybody's been saying it for the past 12 or 24 hours now. But Bernie would have won. Bernie would have won decisively. And Joe Biden needed to win decisively, and he didn't. And so the worst fears of myself and others on the left that this was going to be a contested election, and if it got tied up in the courts, especially if it got to the Supreme Court, which is now on Trump's side, that's a problem. And so I really gotta wonder, for the Democratic Party, was this worth it? Was this worth, sidelining Bernie and coronating Hillary Clinton as the presumptive nominee and assuming that the demographics would turn out on your side? Just as you once again seem to have falsely assumed so far that there would have just been enough people angry at Trump to make for a very clear, easy, and decisive win. Now, it's still likely that Biden wins in the final tally, but if that final tally is recognized or not is a different question entirely. So again, I ask the Democratic Party, was all this worth it? Was it worth sidelining Bernie, who would have been your best candidate with the best organizational structure? Was this worth it? Is yet another period, regardless who wins, of danger and decay and strife? Is this all really worth it? I know America loves its sports, and a lot of people view politics as a game, but it's not. It has very real consequences for very real flesh and blood people. Americans, whether they're left-wing or right-wing, are struggling right now between the pandemic, between the problems with the economy and economic shutdowns, between food insecurity, a lack of infrastructure, food deserts. The situation is not good. And putting out people like Biden saying, oh no, not much is going to actually change. We're not talking about systemic change. Don't worry, we'll keep doing what we've always been doing. But what we've always been doing is what got to this point. Was this worth it? Was this worth ostracizing, alienating, and demonizing progressive voters who would have voted for your party and candidate if they had been progressive and with progressive policies? Instead, you seem to have tried to go after moderates and Republicans who are mad at Trump. All this money and time and energy wasted on a contested result. If you keep voting for the lesser evil, that still results in a bit of evil. And that's not how democracy should work. Democracy should be open and, to a certain extent, survival of the fittest, or the one with the fittest ideas and ability to win people over. And you're telling me that out of the primaries and the money and all the choices and how many millions of Americans there are, you're telling me that Trump and Biden are the best that could have been chosen? This is the best that America could get? Powerful, best democracy in the world, America. This is what you could get? It is so ridiculous and beyond frustrating that this is allowed to continue and accepted as normal. This is not normal, nor should it be. And the Democrats had every opportunity to field a candidate who would have wiped the floor with Trump and actually won. But I feel like maybe they just didn't want that. And they just thought that if going back to normal was enough forgetting that normal is what got people into this, and it's what got Trump elected. And the fact that the Democrats haven't realized this, despite having over 4 years to figure this out, is definitely what's bothering me today.